Hey everybody. So in this video we are going to talk a little bit about transplants. The reason why is because based on everything we've been talking about, logically speaking, again logically for nature, we do not want the cells of any other organism in our body, right? As you learned with the immune system, it's important that we have the ability to distinguish between our cells and someone else's. And if someone else's cells or something else's cells get into our body, we have ways to destroy them. With that said, we live in a weird time, a really amazing time, but a weird time. A weird time because we have the ability to take cells or tissues from others and put them into our body. Transplants, right? This is an amazing revolution in science. But if you think about it, we're really doing something that is not normal, something not natural. So, with that said, we want to do everything we possibly can to make sure that if we are putting the cells of another organism into our body, right, another tissue, bone marrow, skin, a heart, if we're putting that in our body, we want to make sure that our body does not fight it off, right? So, with that said, that's just really important. So, here are the different types of transplants that we do, and I'll try to put them in the same order, right? So, or the best order of success, the most likely order of us being able to accept the transplant, because it's not always perfect. Sometimes the human body will reject the transplant. So, generally speaking, number one is an autograft. An autograft means auto means self. So you're getting this from yourself. So how do you even do that? Right? So I thought it was a transplant. How are you getting a transplant from yourself? A great example is skin. If someone needs to needs a skin graft, what you can usually do is take some skin off of your own body, obviously with a medical professional. You can take skin from off your body. They may either directly put it on the wound, usually a place that's burned or damaged, or they may try to grow it in a culture so you can have more of it and then put it on there. So you can take your skin and put it somewhere else in your body if needed. The next up would be an isograft. Iso is same. So this would be something where you have an identical twin if you're fortunate enough for that. Notice how I'm saying identical twin, right? This is the next best one. This is not a brother or sister unless that brother or sister is an identical twin. So, with that said, the next best option, typically the next best option, if it's available. So, in this case, this is something like a bone marrow transplant because clearly the individual who needs it cannot use their own. You cannot autograft something like that. So, you would need to go to another donor. An allograft, in that case, it's someone or something in the same species. For us, we're humans, right? So, this is where you get a donation from another person. An example of this, ideally it's a closely related individual, the closest relative you can get, right? So identical twin, an isograft, a brother or sister, a mom or dad, the closest to your DNA, the best chance you have of success. But you can also go to a doctor and they can maybe be able to find a donor of someone else. And then lastly, um, we have xenografts, which means it's a different species altogether. So, for example, humans may use the valve of a pig, a heart valve of a pig. So it's a different species altogether, but in a lot of cases, they'll be able to use those in hopes that it will not be rejected. So, long story short, here are different types of transplants that a person can use, and the reasons why. If you have any questions, please let me know.